sweat, and tears is what it's going to take this afternoon for one or the other. Is it going to be Corrie Sanders to continue undefeated at 19-0? Or will it be Bert Cooper once again in the ring with a chance still to move up in the rankings for himself, looking for his 31 victories that he's trying to get today. So Smokin' Bert Cooper along with the bomber Corrie Sanders get ready to go in the ring, and Smokin' Bert is the first man to reach the ring. This is a guy that, Bob, when you take a look at his record and you realize he's only 27 years of age, he has literally been through the wars of Bone Crusher Smith of 40 years. This guy's really had the wars over his last career.
Yeah, Bert started early and under the watchful eye of his uncle Joe Frazier, but Bert caused some discipline problems, and Joe, who doesn't stand for any of that, got rid of him. And at that stage of his career, he was a young man, and a lot of people thought he was completely finished, but he's risen from the ashes like a phoenix here, and here he is in another crossroads heavyweight fight.
Well, the man he'll be fighting is the bomber from South Africa, Corrie Sanders. From Pretoria, South Africa, 28 years of age, 6'2½", weighed in at 220 pounds, 99-8. On the other side, 242, the heaviest Cooper has ever fought, will be his opponent in the ring for today. This is our main event of our heavyweight explosion from Resorts International, and both fighters are being given their instruction again by Tony Lopez, who'll be the third man of the ring as our referee for today's fight. And you can take a look at Sanders. You can see the dedication. He's got a very focused look about him. That's the way he's been training here in the States for the last 3 weeks. He knows full well that a world title shot could be in his grasp if he wins today. For the introduction, here's a great voice. This is Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jumbo, Cash, and Corrie present the featured bout of the heavyweight explosion. Once again, this bout is sanctioned by the New Jersey State Athletic Control Board Boxing Commissioner Larry Hazard Sr. All officials at ringside shall remain the same. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from Merv Griffin's Resorts Casino Hotel here on the boardwalk in Atlantic City, New Jersey, let's get ready to rumble! 10 rounds of boxing. This is in the heavyweight division. The referee for this bout is Tony Perez. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with white trim, weighing in at 242 pounds. He's from Sharon Hill, Pennsylvania, and brings a professional record of 30 victories, 25 by KO, 10 defeats with 1 draw. Ladies and gentlemen, Smokin' Bert Cooper! And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the white trunks with red trim, weighing in at 220 pounds. He comes to us today from South Africa, undefeated with a record of 18-0, 11 by KO, introducing Corrie Sanders.
You have your instructions. If you give me a clean fight, I will not burn either one of you. 2 things you must remember. Obey my commands, and most important, protect yourself at all times. Shake hands. Good luck to us.
Well, it's apparent that Tony Lopez will be in control, and these are the numbers that he'll be controlling. 242 pounds for Cooper, 220 for Corrie Sanders. You see the age is almost even, but look at the advantage. And again, Sanders has an opportunity with a height advantage in reach. Heavyweight explosion is underway in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Round 1. Smokin' Bert Cooper in the black with a white stripe against Corrie Sanders in the white trunks. The taller the two, the better reach belongs to Sanders, but he'll look for Cooper on his chest for most of the afternoon today. They're set for 10 rounds.
Corrie Sanders starting off boxing with Bert Cooper, showing him some lateral movement here. He doesn't want to lay right in there with Cooper early. There's no sense in that. Cooper is the heaviest in his career, and that might give some rise to speculation about his conditioning for the fight, but he says he's been powerlifting down in Florida. He's dangerous early regardless of what he's been doing, Sam, and he's in front of the hometown fans, and that's just the kind of guy Bert is.
As an amateur, fought as a policeman did Corrie Sanders from 1985 to 1989. When he finally turned pro, he had to give up being a policeman and has started to make his living quite nicely, thank you, as a professional boxer. With big paydays certainly in his sights down the road. He tried to counter with a good left hook and got it in on Cooper. Now he goes to work with a combination. Cooper covering up, taking most of those punches on the arm. The mouthpiece goes flying out of Cooper's mouth.
I'm not sure whose mouthpiece that was, but
I think it may have been Sanders.
Corrie needs to just take his time. He landed a good shot. He's got the respect of Cooper here.
Cooper still has his mouthpiece. That was Sanders' mouthpiece.
Corrie landed a nice counter left hand on this guy, and that's just what he needs to do. But he's got this round one. He's boxing nicely. He's got the respect of Bert Cooper. He doesn't have to lay in there with him. That's not where he wants to be. That right there is not where he wants to be with Cooper.
I'm not sure that referee Tony Lopez knows that a mouthpiece is out. And now he finally is being informed by the corner, and they're going to get the mouthpiece in for Sanders as they stop it. They stopped momentarily, and now they're back to action in round one. Well, you know, a lot of times, Bob, you have to kind of prime the cannons, but they have come out and have fired all of some pretty good shots here early on in all of our heavyweight explosion fights today.
Right, but if Corrie Sanders could have orchestrated the way he wanted this first round to go, this would have been it. He wanted to get some respect for this guy and stop him from just all-out bum rushing him, Sam.
Cooper, you can see, training early under Joe Frazier with that stalking style. Kind of bobbing and weaving his way inside. Trying to cut off the ring on Corrie Sanders. Has him in the corner, and those are major league punches being thrown at Sanders. He said, that's enough of that.
Cooper's people are shouting Tyson to him. The Tyson is the right hook to the body, right uppercut. The very few fighters have the quickness and explosiveness to use that combination, Bert Cooper being one of them.
Closing seconds of round one of the explosion. Well, you'd have to figure that Smoking Bert Cooper came out and made quite an impact on this crowd here, as he wasted very little time in jumping right on top of Corrie Sanders in round number one of the scheduled 10-rounder. Did exactly what he wanted to do, Bob Spagnola, and that, of course, is to kind of initiate what was going on, and Sanders took a lot of punishment that round.
Yes, but the meaningful punch in the round right here, Corrie Sanders landed good combinations on Bert Cooper after hurting him with a left hand early in the round, and he was so excited his mouthpiece went flying out.
This is a little later on after Cooper had flurried early, then took that from Sanders. This is Cooper going back to work. You can see him digging those punches to the body and right back upstairs. Sanders finally had enough of that and wiped out of there as he gets encouragement as he gets ready to answer the bell for round two. Both fighters spent as much time as they could on the stools between rounds, and round two finds Cooper right back stalking Sanders. Smoking Bert, 27 years of age, 5'11", 242 pounds, the heaviest he's ever fought in this fight today.
Cooper trying to slide around, cut off the ring on Corrie Sanders. Sanders boxing nicely, nice right jab out there, keeping Cooper off and showing him that movement.
Sanders trying to stay on his bicycle as much as he can, trying to pick the spots he can throw the punches at.
Corrie's going to box early in this fight, which is well advised here. Harold's really got a fantastic game plan in place here. Keep Cooper off him, work that right jab, get him into the later rounds where he's not so dangerous.
You know, they talk so much about, of course, Johnny Deploy and also Pierre Coutzer as heavyweights in South Africa, that Corrie Sanders, as a 7-time amateur champion, kind of went unnoticed until he started to take notice, and the one-round knockout of Deploy really kind of vaulted him into the limelight from his own country in South Africa. And now he exchanges with Cooper here in round two.
Corrie Sanders isn't letting Bert leave an exclamation point. Every time Bert Cooper lands something, Corrie answers back nicely. Good body shot by Corrie Sanders. As Cooper traps him on the ropes and tries to work him over. Corrie's got to spin out of there now, Sam. He does not want to lay up on those ropes and let this guy wind up on him. He's got to spin out.
They tried to exchange inside. He got a couple of shots in, and so did Cooper.
Excellent matchup here. Contrasting styles.
One great thing about a heavyweight fight, you're either going to get a real good one, or you're going to get one of those that lay on each other for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rounds. You're not going to find out in this fight. They're going to be right there where they are all night long, throwing punches at will.
Corrie Sanders needs to keep his mouth closed. Hoping for some air here in the second round. Bert Cooper trying to pressure him. Looking back to his corner for instructions. That's the kind of confidence he has in Harold Gilbert. And there was that Tyson maneuver that Bert Cooper's corner's been employing him. And here comes Corrie Sanders answering back when Cooper tries to rest. This is certainly ebb and flow in this fight here, Sam.
You can see that uppercut, how it snaps Sanders' head backwards from Cooper. And then Sanders, of course, will let fly with about a 3 or 4 punch combination off the ropes. But Cooper continues to pound to the body, then he'll throw that right hand over the top. There's the uppercut. As they come to the close of round number 2 of the scheduled 10-round fight. Fighters fought right up to the final bell of the end of round number 2. And Bert Cooper over in his corner. Whit Lowry is the man working with him in the corner. That's Eddie Aliano, the cut man who is looking at the eyebrows to see if there's any problem.
Stay in the body, in the tight.
Here's your Super Bowl is coming up in that on Saturday, the 3rd of July at 05:30. We've got rugby for you. It's New Zealand against the British Lions. That's live from Auckland, New Zealand. And at 13:45, horse racing returns with the Rothman July Handicap. That's coming to you from Grayville. Then on the 3rd of July, we have more from Wimbledon. It's the ladies' finals beginning at 1500. That's tennis from Wimbledon. And if that's not enough, at 1800, it's live rugby coverage at South Africa goes against France from Ellis Park. And after the 8:30 movie, it's cricket coming to you on the 3rd day of the 3rd test from Trent Bridge as England goes against Australia on the 3rd of July. It's round number 3 as we're ready to continue with our heavyweight explosion, and Corrie Sanders, the taller of the two, comes out against Bert Cooper. What can Corrie Sanders do to get the initiative in the fight, Bob?
Well, he wants to keep distance in between the two of them right now, Sam. That's exactly what he wants to do. And Bert wants to shorten up that distance. Bert wants Corrie Sanders back to the rope, and Corrie Sanders wants to be in the middle of the ring. Took a good right hand by Bert Cooper. May have opened up a cut over Corrie Sanders' eye.
You can always tell how hard the punches are being thrown as Sanders comes out of play.
And that's the way. Beautiful answer back by Corrie Sanders. He's got to go tit for tat with this guy. I was wrong about the cut. Just some reddening. He's got to go tit for tat. He can't let Bert Cooper just move in on him with reckless abandon. He's got to let him know if he walks in here, he's going to taste a little. And he's working good to the body underneath this Corrie Sanders.
Great move by Sanders, and there's a cut on the outside of the right eye of Cooper. Sanders pushed Cooper away and landed a big right hand. Sanders is anxious to get back to work, and here they come. Sanders pounding away on Cooper. The 3 knockdown rule is in effect in this fight. Cooper's been down once. Cooper, that's it. He said that's it. It's over. Cooper says no more, and Sanders gets the knockout in the 3rd round.
A big left hand, Sam. Set it off. He got him on the end of that straight left hand, and that was it for Bert Cooper. Corrie showed that power. They didn't know if that fight his power could show out against a guy like Bert Cooper, but he served notice on the whole world here tonight.
Now it's Corrie Sanders. He gets the knockout. Here at the end of the 3rd round. As Bert Cooper says, no more flying or any more in the sky in our heavyweight explosion. Well, Corrie Sanders and his entourage from South Africa. Of course, everybody is here, including former lightweight champion Brian Mitchell, who's been celebrating for the Sanders camp, while across the way, they are working on a cut on the outside of the right eye of Bert Cooper. This is the first knockdown. And look, watch as Sanders, watch when he pushes him away and throws the left hook. But the push by Sanders set it up, got the range, and this is going to be the end of the fight. And look, it's Sanders going to work. Watch as Cooper says, that's it, I want no more, and turns away after he comes off the ropes. Sanders, and there it is, it's all over. Cooper says, no more, I'm through. And Sanders wins by a knockout in the 3rd round. What a win. The South African heavyweight champion moves his record to 19-0. And he does it with his 12th knockout, and has suddenly started to come up with some big punches and could be vaulting his way into the heavyweight title picture by as early as next year. So as Sanders celebrates the knockout here in the third round, and the opportunity in his mind, thinking that a heavyweight title shot could be in his grasp. Bert Cooper back to the ropes, and Sanders just relentless in his punching. This is after a knockdown had already been accomplished. And Cooper finally says no more, and Lopez finally stops the fight and does it in the third round. Let's get the official time of the stoppage, and here is Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Tony Perez stops the bout. The official time, 1 minute, 26 seconds, round number 3. The winner by TKO. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a new heavyweight on the block, Corrie Sanders.
Heavyweight on the block. He is undefeated at 19-0. Let's go upstairs. Here is Bob Spagnola with the winner today.
How do you feel, Corey?
Very good. It worked how we trained, you know. It worked very well. And I've done it. I thought to myself, you know, get to the ring, box him, and make him tired. And I started to block his punches, and I know. When I caught him, I saw, no, he's not going to make it, and I follow up, and I've done it.
Every time he landed a solid shot on you, you answered back. You never let him get into the flow of this thing. Was that part of your game plan?
Yes, it was part. You know, I showed him no respect, and that's how it worked, and I give him a shot.
He was badly cut across the eye. I mean, actually, you know, Bert has quit a couple times through his career. He's also put on some fabulous performances. You made him quit there in the second round. It was a heck of a shot for you. And I'm sitting here with his trainer right now, Harold Volbrook. Let's hear about the report card for your steed here, your heavyweight.
Well, I told Corrie that there's a lot of heavyweights around, like Bert Cooper, and a lot of heavyweights around that can match Corrie's power. But there's not a heavyweight in the world that can match this kid's hand speed and his footwork. And this kid is in great shape. He trained hard for this fight. He's back, you know, to old Corrie Sanders. The days he beat Johnny Deploy. We got big plans, and the heavyweights out there got to be careful. We're looking for them.
I just want to say something, Bob. Liv, I love you. Thank you.
That's his wife.
Regards for everybody at home. We knew that. All right, back to you, Sam.
Thank you, Bob Spagnola, and again, congratulations to Corrie Sanders, who indeed enjoys a victory today in our heavyweight explosion here in Atlantic City, and he gets the applause from the crowd. We'll, of course, have more of the heavyweight action coming up here in Atlantic City, not on our show this afternoon, certainly, but on a pay-per-view basis around the world. And it will be, of course, Vander Holyfield making a return to the ring as Bert Cooper once again gets congratulations there all around as Malcolm Garrett's in the middle there along with Corrie Sanders, and of course they enjoy what is happening here. Evander Holyfield back in the ring. He'll be in the ring here at Atlantic City on a big day of the heavyweights, and he goes up against Alex Stewart. Stewart is a man that he's already defeated once, and it was a bloody mess when it was all over, as we relive in the return of Evander Holyfield.